How does traveling develop your personality? I'm a psychologist and I traveled to more than 30 countries. I lived in 4 of those. I lived in South Korea, I lived in New Zealand, the Netherlands, and Germany. And I'm not saying this to flex on you guys. I'm just saying this because I want to show you that I feel like I'm competent talking about this topic, how traveling develops your personality. I got 5 points for you. The first one is that you get less judgmental. You meet so many new people, so many different people. You really break out of this bubble, and always you judge people, right? And while getting to know so many different people, you realize that often you were totally wrong. And actually, studies have shown this. If you want to decrease stigmatization, you just get to know people. And by traveling, you get really out of this bubble and get to know so many more people, and you become just less judgy. You realize, oh, he's living a totally different life. First of all, I judged him in a different way. And secondly, I realized he's living such a different life, but he's also living a good life. Wow. So you're less judgmental when it comes down to people you don't really know so much. You're more like this one tree surrounded by other trees, but you're a little bit higher. You grew a little bit above and you see, oh, there are different trees also far away, and this is fine. I don't judge them. You're not so much in your little tree bubble, but you can see above the horizon and you don't judge so much. Second point, you are more stable and you're less anxious regarding to changing circumstances or outer circumstances. So much happened to you, you traveled so much, things got wrong, and you realized by now, whatever happens, I will arrive. The question is just when, and yes, sometimes also how much money it costs, but you are just less reactive to things because you realize I can't change circumstances and there's constant change around you while traveling, right? But you get this peace of mind because you realize, oh, change is inevitable. It's all the time like that. So you're more independent of the outer circumstances. You're not so reactive and don't get stressed so much if things are going wrong. Thirdly, you are more open-minded, which is very much connected to the first point, being less judgmental. You are just more accepting. And being open-minded doesn't mean that you take every idea in and be like, oh yeah, that's true, that's true, that's true. No, you're open to all the ideas, you look at them, and then by deeply understanding them, then basically you start to have an opinion. But you're open to more experiences, you take different experiences in, and then you feel like, oh, do I like this or not? How does this feel? Fourthly, you understand your true self better. Why? When you're traveling, usually it's just you or maybe you or a friend, but everything else changes. All your habits are gone because you're in different circumstances, people surrounding you are different, everything is different. So the question is, what is staying? And the thing that is staying is actually your truest personality. So you get to know yourself much better based on this point because you're not in your habitual surroundings. But also when you're traveling, the question comes much more up regarding to what do I want? I mean, I'm traveling now, I'm free, so what am I doing tomorrow? What do I want to do now? What do I want to do the next weeks? What do I want to see? It's a little bit more egocentric in a nice way though, because you start questioning those things. And then you realize, oh, maybe this is something I prefer more, and this is something I prefer more. And you get to know yourself better on this journey. I'm not saying that traveling is the only way to get to know you, but it helps you with that. And lastly, you just become more optimistic about life. So much uncertainty while traveling, right? Things go wrong. Oh, you didn't get the bus. You're in the middle of China and nobody speaks Chinese and you're somewhere in the middle of the road. That's what happened to me. And in the end, I'm still back here now in Europe. So I become more optimistic about uncertainty. And you know, life is the way it is. And yes, you can plan things, but not everything. So you trust more in the process, which is not meaning that you stop planning, but you put this into a healthy balance. The thing of freestyling, trusting in the process, but also plan some things. But then if uncertainty is coming up, that's okay. Those are the 5 ways how my personality changed. Please let me know in the comment section below. What was it for you? What do you disagree with? What do you agree with? And what would you add to the list? Let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.